friends, Laura here from Laura's Crafty Life. Today I'm sharing how to add text in Cricut Design Space. Text is a great way to personalize and customize your projects. So start by opening Cricut Design Space, select New Project, and then click on the text tool in the design panel. This will open up a text box for you to type your words or letters into it. It will also pull up all of the options that you can use to format your font. So start by typing your words into the text box where it says Add Text Here. To move from one row to the next when you're typing, simply select the Enter or Return key on your keyboard. Now you can start altering the way that your font looks by selecting from the Font drop-down menu at the top. You can sort the fonts by All, System, or Cricut. So we're going to start by using the Cricut fonts. Click on the Cricut button, and then you can either type which font you want to use into your search bar or use the Filter drop-down menu. This allows you to sort by My Fonts, Multi-Layer, Single Layer, or Writing. So let's say we want to create multi-layered text for a paper project. We're going to select Multi-Layer, and then this will bring up all of the fonts that have more than one layer to them. So we're going to choose a font. In the Layers panel, you can see that there are two layers to this font. Only one right now is showing, so we're going to click on the little eye, and now you can see that you have both the top layer of the font and the background shadow layer. So when you click Make It, it will actually cut out two separate sets of letters on two separate mats. If you want to use a Cricut pen to write your design, select Cricut, Sort by Writing, and this will choose all of the Cricut fonts that have a writing style that work really well with the pens. So we're going to select one here, and you'll see in the Layers panel that the little writing icon pops up. This shows you that it's going to write the font with a Cricut pen rather than cut it out. In order for the Cricut machine to know you want to write this font, you need to attach it. You're either going to attach it to the blank canvas or to your design. So for example, if you're making a card and you wanted it to write this on the front of the card, you would have your card shape. You'll also notice that some of the Cricut fonts have the green Cricut Access symbol next to them. This means that they are included with your Cricut Access subscription. Having a Cricut Access subscription is an affordable way to be able to use a lot of different fonts with your projects. You can also choose from system fonts you have on your computer. There are a lot of great places to purchase fonts or even get them for free for commercial or personal use. I will link some of my favorites down below in the description. I love having the option of being able to use any font I want in a project. One of my favorite fonts to use is called Milkshake. Once you have selected the font you want to use for your project, there are many ways that you can format it to look exactly how you want. The first way is changing the style. You can have it be regular, bold, italic, or bold italic. You can also change the size of the font. You can use the little arrow buttons to move up or down to make it bigger or smaller. You can use the arrow button on the right bottom corner of the actual text box to make it bigger or smaller. And you can simply type the font size into the box. You can also change the letter spacing and line spacing. The letter space changes how close or how far apart each letter is from the one next to it. The line spacing changes how far apart the rows of text are to the one above and the one below it. In order to have the letters connect, we're going to decrease the line spacing. I usually like to just play around with this until it looks how I want it to. You can see now that the I and the R are connected as they should be. We can also increase or decrease the line spacing between each row of text. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller to make the lines closer together. You can also change the alignment of your text in the text box. You can have it be left, center, or right. I'm going to choose center. And lastly, for a text box with multiple rows of text, there is also an advanced option. You can ungroup to letters, ungroup to lines, or ungroup to layers. Ungrouping to letters simply means that you're changing your letters from being in one big text box and moving together as a group to being able to move each individual letter of your text. Ungroup to lines takes each row of text and creates a new layer of just that row. So as you can see, now you can move each set of words and they are their own text box. This can be helpful if you want to change the font style of a particular word in your design. So for example, we're going to change the word coffee. Now that it's separated, we can change just that word. So we're going to select this Alyssum Blossom. And as you can see, All of the settings from our milkshake font are still here, so we need to actually increase the line spacing to make this word look correct since it's not a script font. We'll do the same thing for this bottom word. Increase the letter spacing. And then you can see I've got a really cute design that I can use on a t-shirt or on a coffee mug or any project really. To get everything to line up correctly again, you would simply select all and then align it using the alignment tools at the top rather than the text alignment. Now, if you want to click on Make It, you'll see it simply cuts out each individual word and then you can place them on your design however you want. If you want it to stay exactly how you have it designed on the canvas, select all of it and then click Attach. This will tell your Cricut to cut it out just like you've designed it. The last advanced tool is to ungroup to layers. Ungroup to layer detaches the layers from one another to work with them independently. So you'll see right now that if we unclick here, you'll see both the top layer and the shadow. And if we move it around the canvas, they're both still connected or attached together. To detach them, you go to Advanced and then Ungroup to Layers. And this will allow you to work with each part of the word separately in your design. The last feature I want to show you is how to curve text. Before Cricut came out with this tool, you'd have to ungroup your letters and individually place one around a curve. Now there's a curve tool that does it for you. Simply select your text, click on the curve tool, and then you can change the diameter of the curve by moving the cursor from left or right. So you can either curve it down around a circle or up the opposite way. One thing to note is that each line of curved text needs to be in a separate text box. Adding a pretty font to your design can be a great way to get your message across. You can cut out the words, use a Cricut pen to write them, or even iron them onto a shirt. Check back and subscribe to my channel for more Cricut Design Space basics tutorials each week.